Hey guys, it's Rachel from The Little Ring Lamb to have a book review on Here's to Us by Elin Hilderbrand. Now this book was really good. I really enjoyed it. It was her new release this summer. And this will be a no spoilers review, and if you're new to my book reviews or just need a refresher, I rate my books in 5 different categories. Plot, characters, cover, suspense, and overall in terms of reading again very soon, 5 out of 5. Not so soon, 1 out of 5. So basically, what really intrigued me about the synopsis was, well, a lot of Elin Hilderbrand's books revolve around somebody has died or somebody dies throughout the story. The rumor, actually, which I just read, actually really broke that curve. But this one, basically, Deacon, I believe his name's Deacon. I read this like 2 weeks ago, and you would have swore I read it like a million years ago, it feels like. But anyway, Deacon is a celebrity chef. He basically had a long torrid past, and he actually got married 3 times in his life, and he has recently passed. And his wish is to have all 3 of his wives and all 3 of his kids, one belonging to each wife. Well, not belonging, but you know, he had 1 child for each of his wives. They all go to Nantucket, plus his agent, and basically his agent is going to be the executor of his will. And all these wives obviously don't get along because there's some cheating and, you know, some hurt feelings. And all around, like, their lives are all entangled, and their kids, like, our lives are all entangled, and it's just, like, a very cathartic experience for them all, and a very stressful, and some not really fun times, but it's, like, they all get together, and you get to see, because in between chapters about them, it shows you, like, him and his first wife, then him and his second wife, then him and his third wife, so you can kind of see the progression of his life, as well as seeing present day and how they're dealing with his passing. So I really like that format. I thought it was going to be very intriguing, very gossip-like, because, you know, getting all these people together that all have a history and all who don't really like each other too much. Like, some of them do, some of the children, but besides that, it's not really easygoing feelings all about. Plot, I give a 5 out of 5. I absolutely love the plot of this book. I expected to love it, but I really, really enjoyed it. It just kept me glued to my seat. I read this very fast because I was just wanting to, devour it. I was going to say engulf it. Not the right word. Devour it, and I just loved everything that happened in this plot. I thought it was really good. It dealt with this. I feel like Elin Hilderbrand deals with, like, death and grief in a very good manner, I find, which I find is very helpful because in my life I've had to deal with grief and stuff like that, and I just find her books, like, I always pick up something new that I can be doing to, you know, reflect on people that I love who have died. So, to put it bluntly. But basically, yeah, I loved everything that happened. I thought it was very interesting. I loved the little parts. Each wife, they had 2 parts. It was like, for example, Laurel and Deacon, like, I think it was like intermezzo 1, and then it was like intermezzo 2. So there's 6 parts in the books, 2 parts per each wife, and it tells kind of like the beginning and how they fell in love. The second part's like how their marriage crumbled. Onward, you know, keeps going. Characters, I give a 4.5 out of 5. I really liked all the characters, but I really couldn't get behind the character of Hayes, which is Deacon's son with Laurel. And I just, like, I know he's going through a hard time, but a lot of his chapters revolved around his addiction issues, and I just didn't find his character that much, like, besides the addiction, which I didn't really find as interesting. I didn't think his character had too much dimension, but the rest of the characters I really did enjoy. I really enjoyed all 3 wives' perspectives. I liked his daughter Angie. I liked the executor Joe, or John. Why do I keep calling him Joe? I'm pretty sure it's John. Yeah, now I won't be able to see it. Anyway. And I just really liked all the characters for the most part. I did not really like Hayes that much. Cover, I actually give a 5 out of 5. I actually like this cover for her book. On the inside, just in case you're wondering, it's just white with blue lettering, so it's very plain. But I really like the outside. I really just love the hues, especially the back. Like, that's just so pretty. Like, the hues of blue in the sky. I really like the spine with the red that just pops on these colors. And I really like how you can see the people at the beach, but it's not like a picture of, like, it's not like a picture like they're standing or they're posing. Like, they're just looking at the water. And it just seems like a very calm beach novel, which it's really the opposite. There's a lot of stuff going on. Suspense, I give a 5 out of 5. Obviously, I said before, I read this really quick. I wanted to know what was going to happen. I wanted to know how certain people were going to deal with this. I wanted to find out why certain relationships crumbled, how certain relationships even formed, because some of them, when you hear about Deacon, like, we're hearing about him from all different people. So it was interesting putting the puzzle pieces back and seeing who this person really was. And he had a lot of problems, and he was not the best person to everybody, but it's different to see, I mean, it's interesting to see how different everybody's perspective on him was, and through them focusing on their grief, you get an image of your mind of who Deacon was, and seeing like how human nature is essentially flawed and all that jazz. And overall, I give this book a 5 of 5. I definitely reread this another summer. I love Elin Hilderbrand's book, so I may be a little biased, but yeah, absolutely loved this book. I really like how, even though there's certain things that usually happen in one of her books, I like how it's always different. Like, it's not like boom, boom, like going like down the line. It's not like check, check, check. It's like maybe like check, and then it's like whoosh, completely different for the last one. And yeah, that's my book review on Here's to Us by Elin Hilderbrand. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.